Hello and welcome to Otakuology Live. This is the live version of our podcast that we do. I'm Otaku Mike. With me, as always, is the bard himself, aka Jin. I like to have fun, Graves.
Yeah.
And I just gotta say, one is a pretty cool day, I feel like, because we actually finally, after 4 years of doing the podcast, we didn't really do a lot with the YouTube channel. We've only done some with it recently, but we
Yep.
finally made it to 100 subscribers,
Yeah, we did.
which it definitely feels like, doing YouTube like in the olden days of YouTube, you know,
Yeah.
like that sense of pride and excitement that you reach this tiny little milestone. I feel like
Yeah.
because we've really definitely had to scrape and claw ourselves to even get to 100, because I feel like sometimes podcasts get a little missed in the shuffle. Just saying.
I agree with you. Well, and I think, like you said, we haven't really focused on it. So, I mean,
Yeah,
to get
yeah,
100, and I mean, I wouldn't even think that we've really been doing that many lives since, we did the one with Justin. So, I mean, like 2 months to get 100, followers, I think is pretty good.
yeah. I think we were
Maybe
at
less than that.
9. I think we were at 90. We were steadily at 90 subs, I think it was.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think we're on our fourth or fifth live. I think we are. I
Yeah.
don't. I don't remember. I can't keep track, to be honest.
I think it's our fourth.
Is it our fourth? Okay.
I think so. That seems right because
See,
I think we've been doing lives for like 2 months.
yeah, because we do like 2 a month, I feel like.
So, which
Yeah.
I think we were at like 60, 70 maybe, and then we started kind of posting stuff on there, and we get like one or two.
Yeah, yeah, it kind of stayed steady, and we would get views and stuff, like people would watch the stuff
Yeah,
and whatnot,
yeah,
which is it's cool. I'm glad everybody likes watching the stuff. But
yeah.
we actually got to do our first collaboration with like 108 other people or 7 other people. I think if you count us out of it, there's like 110 people that were in this
Yeah.
one collaboration, and we got asked to do this last year sometime. I don't remember when it was last year, but we got to do our first official YouTube manga
I,
tube collaboration.
I think it was in December.
I think so. I want to say maybe, yeah. And
Yeah,
it's so we got invited to do Bun. She is a manga VTuber, I believe.
yeah,
And
yeah,
she asked us to be a part of the video of giving our favorite manga suggestion of manga that we like to suggest our favorite manga of all time.
yeah,
And I was like, yeah, let's do this. And how much time do we got? We got I think a minute, I think it was, or it's 60 seconds.
yeah,
Do you know
yeah.
how hard it is to tell like how much you like about a manga in 60 fucking seconds?
Oh
It's
yeah,
hard.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I know. There's totally different stuff I feel like in podcasting when we talk about stuff, which I call slow form. And then you have
Yeah.
speed form, which is where it's usually like anything that we have to record for with Instagram, sometimes with TikTok. Like if you're
Yeah.
trying to record a minute video and I don't know I don't know if you've really learned it as much, but I've had to learn it so much because I'm just like, okay,
So
how do I talk about this?
I've done a few shorts on YouTube through my channel. And
Yeah,
they allow you up to 3 minutes for a short if you need it. So I
yeah,
have to cram all this stuff into 3 minutes sometimes. Normally I'll show off what kind of books I got or whatever like that. But yeah, I think it's very I feel like it's an honor to be put in with all these other YouTubers,
Yeah.
a lot of them I didn't know. Like
Yeah.
I didn't know who they were. I knew if we take out Bunko, you know, Bunku, I think her name is. I always mess up her name, and I feel bad about it. Uh,
I think it's Bunko Bun.
Bunko Bun, yeah, Bunko Bun. We take her out, and we take us out of the equation because we know each other. I knew
Do we?
I knew three of the other YouTubers out of the 110. I knew Distis19. I knew the Bearded Otaku and Uchu Shelf. I know Uchu Shelf.
Yeah.
So like I knew it is interesting to see like we are very much like in
Yeah. Bunko
an
Bun. Yeah.
echo like an echo chamber almost of like YouTube and stuff because we forget sometimes like how big like the manga anime YouTube is with all the people that you kind of like associate with and whatnot.
Yeah. You rub elbows with.
Yeah, you rub elbows with in a sense, yeah. Like how many people have left and come back, or just left in general, and people you think would be a part of the video aren't a part of the video, which I was like surprised
Yeah.
because there were some pretty heavy hitters where I was like, oh, they aren't a part of the video. Like, why aren't they in it? But
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's very much flattering because like I even like talking within like the message that we were messaging back and forth. She was like, "Oh, y'all." I was like, "I don't even know if we belong in this because
I
like no,
don't know if we're still valid.
I don't know if we're still valid, and like because not me nor you, we really don't touch manga anymore,
Right.
like we'll
Right.
touch it occasionally, but we don't make content about manga. We're
You
more
know, I think that's also where people have the go outside and touch grass phrase. I think that's for me and you, where people have to be like, hey, go outside and touch manga.
yeah.
Go to the library and touch manga. Because besides like a few here and there, I don't think we've really ever like touched a lot of manga and all, unless we were just moving it around.
Yeah, unless we're moving around, but I mean, we have done like manga reviews on our podcast episodes that we've done.
Yeah, yeah,
We've done a few, like a few here and there. So we're not like, and like I did a lot of manga stuff back in the day. You did a lot of manga stuff back in the day, but it's been a couple years since we've actually touched stuff.
yeah.
We've touched the manga.
Because our biggest one that we've like really had anything to do was the Akira Toriyama
Yeah,
manga. And so that was kind of like our manga Bible for a little while.
yeah.
But
Which we still have to finish. We still have to finish
we
that.
hadn't really talked about anything else
Yeah.
than that.
I would say it's a manga Bible because it is a pretty thick book.
I'd only say it's the manga Bible because of how long it's taken us to get through it.
Some 2515, the life and times of Aquaman.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, yeah, but it was definitely an honor, and I will post a link on our feed for the video so people can go check it out. It's 110 manga recommendations from YouTubers, I believe it's called.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very fun. Like I was kind of shocked because nobody ever reaches out to us to do collaborations.
Yeah.
So like I was like,
Which
I don't know.
I was gonna ask you if you knew if we were like one of the first people that she asked because
We were on the top.
I thought that's why we were like the first, and I was like, that's kind of weird. Like
I wonder if it's because we maybe got our videos out first.
probably
you know,
that is true.
Yeah, I was like, are you sure?
You would think like a minute long video wouldn't take you that long to get out, but some
Yeah,
people are like,
yeah.
okay, I
mean,
don't like how I looked in that or how I said this word.
I mean, it took a while, and people were pretty creative on like what they put out and stuff. I watched the video like all the way through.
I haven't seen all of it yet. Did you see anybody that repeated anything?
Yeah, there were a couple people that did Naruto. There were a couple of people that did like Berserk. There was a few here and there, but they were all bunched together, and they all had like their different opinions on the series. But yeah, there were a few people here and there. But I mean, there was a vast, vast like manga opinions on like what their favorites are. There weren't that many that repeated themselves.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's one thing that I actually did like about the list. I thought it was very well curated.
Yeah.
In a sense,
Yeah. Oh, I mean, well, when we first started talking about it, I kind of was like, okay, well, what's one that's like age appropriate that I can like tell everybody about? What's one that kind of has history? What's one that you can still get your hands on? All this different stuff. And I was like, oh, well, let's do that one maybe.
Yeah. And I saw a couple other like podcasts that she had reached out to and stuff. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of, I don't want to say thankful, but like I am thankful for the opportunity, to collab with an awesome YouTuber. But like I personally, like I felt like very much imposter syndrome almost, but like she assured us that we're like legends apparently in the YouTube community. So I was like, okay, fine, we're legends.
La legends.
Okay, young blood.
If you get that reference, that's from Craig of the Creek. Okay.
Okay, young blood. Let me show you how it's done. Just saying. Yeah. Come on. I got you.
Devil's in the House of the Rising Sun.
But it was a lot of fun, and I definitely recommend it to go check out this awesome video that we got to be a part of.
Yeah.
Also, I am.
The other weird thing, I was thinking maybe we would kind of get split up through the video instead of back to back. So that was really nice too, because I was like, oh.
Yeah, I know. And I made sure to message her, and I was like, like, this is amazing to be a part of, such a fun video to watch. Thank you for letting us be a part of this, because it was so much fun to do. And I feel like we are going to be meeting a lot of different content creators that we don't really get to rub elbows with,
Oh, yeah. I thought it was funny and going with this conversation pretty well. So there is another D&D podcast that actually has a lot of like gumption, I will say.
Gumption.
Yeah, they have way more people than I do. I mean, they stream with people all the time, but they've been talking about Gunpla and posting videos on Gunpla.
Gunpla?
Yeah, and so I was like, hey, I said, you'll have to go on. I kind of browsed through our selection for a little bit. I couldn't find it, but I said, we've done a live stream with Zaku Aurelius, and the person goes, what? I said, yeah. I said, we did a live stream with Zaku Aurelius one time, and he was cool and whatnot. So I just thought it was kind of a funny thing like that just recently came up too.
He was like one of my bucket list of YouTubers like I wanted to talk to.
Right?
Yeah. And I was like, he's such a nice and relatable guy.
Secretly on the screen, I could see you like pulling up your pad and being like, oh man, mark off my bucket list.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, most definitely, but yeah, it's super cool. I mean, that's cool that they're getting involved in Gunpla and stuff. You know. What's up, dude? Look who it's Darth. It's Darth the Pin, the Darth Pin man. We miss Darth Pin. We got to get Darth Pin on. I feel like
we do.
He is definitely like an unsung hero of like YouTube. I feel like, just saying.
I feel like our first minute will be like him cussing you out because of getting him in.
That is true. That is true.
Be like, you dick. How could you do that to me?
Look, okay, the first taste is always free. Just saying. Like a drug dealer, the first taste is always free.
Your people's candy man.
Yeah. Look, we got the candy right here. The first taste is free, but you're gonna have to pay like $50 for the next one. Just saying.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's good. I have to go post it. Also, the plastic addiction is real. It is real. Also, I'll posted a link for. I think I already did post a link for it on our channel, but the comic book community awards are up, and if everybody would go vote for me for best comic reviews, that would be cool. It's
Oh
for like
yeah,
it's for like comic book YouTube.
I think I did more than what you told me to do. So
Oh, okay. Well, they're spread out into like different categories. So like you
yeah,
have like
well,
500.
some stuff I couldn't remember, and I was like, it hasn't been posted on in a while, but Usagi Yojimbo Pod Jimbo is still out there. So
Oh,
I was like, okay, I'm going to enter this in like the 500 and the.
that is true.
I was
Usagi
like, I don't know where it's at, and I don't remember where it's at, so I'm going to put it on the ones I know that's not.
is true.
Not
Usagi
Otaku like.
Pajimbo has been on an indefinite hiatus for the moment. I think the last time I posted was like last year. So I've been a little busy.
You
Okay,
could still be an influencer that way, okay? You just
I
moved on.
know.
You're taking a break.
Are we getting a second printing of Usagi 9? I hope so. Look, I was at a half price books the other day and I saw an Usagi Yojimbo saga number 9 and they wanted like $50 for it. And I was like, no, I think it was more than $50. I think it was like $80, I think it was. And I was like, ooh, ooh. I needed to complete my set. But
Oh, so what I hear you saying for everybody listening out there is if somebody can hook you up with a Usagi Saga 9, that you'll come out of retirement for the Usagi Pajimbo.
it's true. And like I gotta get caught up. I gotta get caught up on my trades, like the trade paperbacks. I think I had most of them. I don't have the new Dark Horse edition, the Dark Horse issues, and I don't have the new Space Usagi, which I don't have. But everything else I have. Like I was going really good. Like I had like I think I was right in the middle of like volume 2 of Usagi Yojimbo Saga. I think it was. Yes, double price books. That's what it is. Yeah. We call it double price books. They steal from you. Just saying. So yeah, no, like eventually Usagi Pajimbo will come back. I just gotta find time to do it because posting a review a week takes up a lot of time on my YouTube channel nowadays. So I don't know when I'm going to get back to Usagi Pajimbo. Sad to say.
Soon-ish.
Soonish. I know I was gonna do the Power Ranger Usagi crossover, and I just never like got to it.
It's coming up. It's in the winds. You've announced it now.
No, it was announced like last year. I was like, guys, I'm gonna talk about this, and I just
It's in the
never.
works. That's all you say.
I
That's all
just
you got to
never
say.
talked about it. It's in the works. It's in the kennel.
So that's the funny thing I've noticed some people say is like they're going to take a break. They'll either come out and say, yes, I'm taking a break. But if they've already promised stuff, they'll go, I'm going on a little hiatus. My mental health is bad. And
No, it
sometimes
wasn't.
you can tell like that's what the person's saying. And because you can usually tell before it leads up. And if it just
Yeah.
stonewalls you, like this is that one, you're like, you're just saying that so you can record some more content and get a little caught up, ain't you?
See, like, here's the thing. Here's the thing was like, I was leading up and getting to like the grass cutter saga, which the grass cutter is like a big, daunting like story arc in like Usagi. And like, I was like, I don't know if I can cover this right now. Like, I don't know if I have it in to cover it because it's huge. It is a huge, like, big story in like Usagi lore, which
You just
eventually
got
does have a. And I
one
just got
page at a
time.
time, buddy.
I know one page at a time, but
Be
like
like,
these.
hey, I'm gonna read one chapter a week.
Well, that's what I was doing. I was reading one issue a week, and
No,
then
one
like I
chapter.
just
One chapter,
one
not one
chapter.
issue.
One issue is kind of one chapter.
I mean,
Yeah,
where they
yeah, it
break it
is.
up.
See, Darth gets it. It's a lot of work to review. He gets it. Okay, so Darth is on my side. Okay,
Hey,
he
we're
gets it.
reviewers, okay? We have a podcast where all we do is review stuff.
Yeah, I know, but I also review stuff on my YouTube channel, and then I have that other podcast. So like turtles have been taking up a lot of my time recently. So
You have a turtle podcast too?
no, I just really like talking about the new Ninja Turtle book that I've been reading recently, and I got to read this one too. This is number 8.
Is it
What?
Ninja Pod Tur?
No. It's not a podcast. It's just on my YouTube channel. But I guess we can stop with the small talk, and I guess we'll
Was
get
this small
into.
talk? I feel like it was.
Like it was small talk.
Well, I have one more thing of small talk to throw in here first, and that was my video that you posted of me sending you of the old memories of all the times I've been to my local Blue Coast Burrito.
Oh yeah,
and having 3 pictures of me on the wall for this challenge thing, because I mean it's not that bad. I think the biggest one was the last one I had, and then like
that's
going through and then you being on there.
I know. I was on there like twice, I think,
and just being like, you were only on there once. Like,
I think I was. There was a guy. There was a guy who looked exactly like me.
There were 2 guys that looked exactly like you. Like I'm sitting here and I start like kind of like looking at the pictures. I'm like, that motherfucker drove up here and didn't say shit to me about hey man, I'm eating that Blue Coast burrito again, okay?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Otaku Mike just secretly came up here to do a food challenge without me.
I guess. I mean, I love a good burrito challenge.
Yeah. But no, I mean I saw that picture and I was like, oh man, Mike's gonna be like, it's still there? Holy crap.
know. I was really surprised they were still there. I thought maybe they would like got rid of them or something, because I mean I think when we went there, like there weren't that many pictures on the
weren't, and they told me that there was a huge stack. So one of the things they're going to try and do is actually move the wall, because it was on that little side thing that you and I took pictures in front of. And they said they have so many pictures right now that there's really nothing that they can do. Like that one that I showed you, the first one, like they just had it, like somebody had ripped it off and they just stuck it in the side of the border.
What? How could they rip it off?
I don't know, but it was mine and my first one and one of somebody else's. So, I mean, it was funny to do that and then see all those ones.
That's like, pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Yeah.
Well, like I said, they still have a big stack, and I was like, well, how many times have I done this? I had to sit there and think about how many shirts I've had or given away. Yeah. And I was like, oh man. And they go, well, yeah, there's a big stack there. You probably, if you think you've done it 6 times, you probably have.
Yeah, I mean, I still have my shirt.
Yeah.
I gave it to my kid.
Both of my colored ones, and yeah, I have both of my colored ones, and then I have ones that I've given to almost all my nieces and nephews.
We will always have the memories of when we touch tips. Just saying.
We'll always have a picture of when we touch tips too.
Yeah, when we touch tips, yeah.
And that's when we got to figure out when I can come visit you to go to the burrito place we can touch tips again.
Yeah, that's true.
We can advertise it the whole weekend, touching tips in Texas.
Oh, I love it. Touching tips in Texas. Oh yeah. But you had a topic you wanted to talk about, because I mean we kind of just talk about whatever really, but you had a topic you wanted to bring to the live discussion.
Yeah, I like to throw in topics every now and then besides say, hey, buddy, you want to try and watch this anime?
Yeah, we're going to watch this anime,
So we titled this one, What's There to Say About Manga?
I mean, what is there to say about manga that nobody else has already said about manga,
So a lot of this is more like either hot takes on things that we hate about it or other things like that.
Hot take.
Anything else that we could hate with social media. I mean, just hot takes on the whole deal.
Naruto would have been a better anime without Naruto as the main character. Just saying. I found that out on social media, apparently.
I have one too that was really funny.
What?
It was all shoujo protagonists aren't the same. And I argued, I was like, yeah, they are.
Yeah, why don't we read right to left? Read right to left. Why can't we read left to right? Like, I think we should go back to flipping our manga. Just saying. We should flip our manga.
Flip it back and forth.
No, like flip it like to be like a regular like book. So like they flip all the images like they used to.
It messes with the stuff. I hate it.
No, they should do it because sometimes with my dyslexia, I get confused.
You just got to practice at it. It's like a muscle.
I know, but I'm just saying sometimes it's easier.
I had somebody throw something down and it was backwards, upside down, and I was reading it sideways. And like, can you read that? And I said, yeah, I can read that. So they go, okay, read it to me. I start reading this thing. I go, whatever it was. And they go, well, how can you do that? I said, listen, once you've read regular books, once you've read manga, and once you've had to learn people's handwriting, you can virtually read just about any fucking thing, okay? Like, that's how it is.
Darth Penn says he enjoys reading right to left. I almost called him bizarre. I don't know why I called you that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Darth. I almost called you bizarre.
Monster.
Darth says he Oh no, sir. No, you take that back. You look, okay.
The gauntlet is thrown.
Look, no, I don't. I think it would mess with the artwork if it was shrunk down into a smaller format. My hot take was going to be actually, I feel like manga should be in a bigger format. Like, you know how like the Akira manga is like so big, like it's like as big as like a trade paperback. I feel like manga should be that format
because like a biz big.
Yeah, no, like bigger, like so, like like the Akira manga.
Bigger
it's
than
like
that?
It's like twice this. It's like twice the size of like.
Yeah, like phone book size.
It's like like maybe like this big. Like
yeah, it's like a phone book.
Yeah, yeah. I think manga should be have a bigger format. Just saying, we should all have big manga.
I don't pay extra.
No. See, it'll be the same price.
No, it won't be the same price.
It'll be more paper. Look, we'll just go to the amount that Yen Press makes us pay $15 a book, which is the average price of a trade paperback most of the time. So I feel like it'll equal itself out. Just saying.
I mean, everything will bump up from the hot take. Everything's going to bump up.
Well, do you think with the tariffs that are going to happen that Shonen Jump manga is going to go past $9.99?
Probably not. I think there's enough here that it's not going to be affected that much.
I was just curious. I don't know if it's printed.
Most of that I think is printed here, but it's sent over as like an e-dog.
Oh, okay. I was just curious.
Yeah.
No, I don't agree with your hot take, Darth. Darth, I thought you were like, Darth, you lost some cool points, but you can get them back, just saying, by giving your life over to the Gunpla gods and buying more Gunpla and building it.
He's already done that.
Oh, okay. Then you're cool again, Darth. We love you. We love you.
You're cool again. We love
you. Cool. Your cool points are back.
You cool.
You cool. Hey, buddy. You just got +5 dexterity. Just saying.
5 + 5 Constitution.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Hot takes on other stuff. I mean, I saw one that said that Death Note is a horrible manga and you should never give anybody that one first.
Oh, yeah, I agree, to be honest. And honestly, I don't think Death Note holds up. So I was having this conversation, which was odd. It was an odd conversation, with one of my coworkers. So we have like summer interns that come in, and he is like, I don't know, maybe like 18, I think. And he was like, my favorite anime is Death Note. And I was like, were you even alive when Death Note came out? And I had to look it up. I, I had to look it up, and
Oh my God, were you even alive when it
you
came
even alive? And I looked it up, and he was born the same year as Death Note.
Oh my God.
And yeah,
Love it.
yeah.
Love it.
And I was like, Death Note came out the year I graduated high school, and that is weird to think about. And he was like, "Yeah, Death Note's my favorite," and I was like, "Oh, we're gonna have to rework your mind and reprogram your mind, young blood, because yeah, Death Note isn't all that it's cracked up to be." Just saying.
I mean,
Oh, yes, I do agree, Darth. Usagi does do that, and that's one thing I really like about Usagi is the educating of the Japanese culture. One of my
hey,
favorites is the kite issue. Just saying.
is one of your other hot take that Berserk's not that great?
I've actually never read Berserk. I've only ever watched the original anime.
And how was that?
I mean, I enjoyed the original anime for what it was. Like, I enjoyed it. Like, I used to own it for a while. But like, see, here's the thing. Like,
So it wasn't that great. You sold it off.
yeah, I did sell it off, and I think I sold it off for a profit because I think it was out of print at the time. I
Yeah.
sold it off. But like going back to Death Note, like in the time, I feel like it was pretty revolutionary for the time, but I don't feel like so like I would have to go back and rewatch it, but I've seen bits and parts of it here and there. I remember like from the first episode to when L dies, it's a pretty solid anime. But when
Yeah.
you get rid of your main, like, I guess antagonist, I don't know what L would technically be, because he's kind of.
I'd say that he's probably like the antagonist.
But like when you get rid of him, like the anime just kind of fell apart, in my
Yeah.
opinion,
Yeah.
personally. And it could have probably stopped after like he died. Like, technically Light won, and so he had no real reason to kind of continue on going in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was trying to read what Darth put in the chat. Like I feel like it took too long. It just went on too long, and they should have just stopped it when they should have stopped it. And they
Yeah.
kind of touched on that a little bit in like Bakuman. How like they wanted to stop like a particular manga, but they wouldn't let them stop it. Which I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
Bakuman's kind of like an semi autobiography about the two mangakas.
Yeah. Yeah. Far superior series, I think.
Yeah. Sorry, I was reading. We should cover Bakuman. I think I own all of it. We should cover that for the
I own
podcast.
all of it.
I know, I have it in that
Hey, I
box.
mean, we could cover the anime.
Is the anime even streaming anywhere?
I'm sure it is.
I mean, why can't we just read the manga? Because you have to go dig
I
it out
don't
of
know.
your boxes?
No, because I've already read it. So. I was just thinking maybe it would be a little different if we watched the anime.
Well, the anime is not dubbed, so you would have to read the anime.
I think that's a lie.
No, the anime is not dubbed. It's not dubbed. Also, hot take. Hot take, just saying right now. Hot take. I feel like we should get rid of demographics. I feel like we should get rid of like the shonen, shojo, like demographics for manga. Because I feel like it like very much like uh keeps people in like a box. I can't do it with my hands. A box of like not wanting to check out other things
Okay.
because it's not in a specific demographic.
August 11th, Media Blasters licensed the first 2 seasons of Bakuman to be in English.
That could be like English
English dub.
English dubbed?
Yeah.
Is it streaming anywhere?
It's on Tubi.
Oh, it's on Tubi. The Tubi gods have shined upon
It
us
says
once again.
it says it's on Tubi, Hulu, and Peacock and
Okay.
Disney Plus.
The, the Tubi gods have shined upon us. I love me some
You're
Tubi.
just like, it's a good day. Shine
It's a
on me
good
some more.
day. It's a good day. Yes, it is. But yeah, no, I think we should get rid of demographics. To be all honest,
I agree with that too.
I think
I think
demographics hold back the community.
I think that, and I think that there's a lot of other things that go with that as well, um, because there are some things that slip through on different demographics that I think are probably not ones that kids should be reading. Slash on the other sides that sure you can promote it as being adult, but if there's nothing really like adulty in it, I don't think you
Yeah,
should hold it away from a kid. Really,
true,
young
true.
adult, young adult. We'll
Yeah.
say that.
So, I mean, I feel like a lot of people will just stick to like shonen
Yeah.
and like not move on to like other stuff or stick to shojo and not like get other manga because it may be shojo
I
or maybe like fujoshi.
I thought I was gonna
And
have to go off on somebody the other day because
what?
they were asking me about some manga, and we went over to like a different section. They were reading stuff off,
Uh huh.
and they brought up, "What did you eat yesterday?" And I said, "Yeah, I have that." And they looked at me and like, "You have that?" I was like, "Yeah, why wouldn't I have that?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Is it because like technically it's classified as a josei?" And first off, if you don't know what any of those words mean either, then you're strictly lost on your education of otaku-ness. Um, but they were also like, "Well, yeah, it's about a gay couple. Why would you read that?" And I said, "Are you being homophobic right now?"
Yeah. I mean, I read one and I really liked it. It was about the transgender community. They're like in an asexual community.
Yeah, yeah,
It was a 4 volume. I think it was a 4 or 5 volume series,
yeah.
and it was about these boys, and they were like dressed up as women, and they worked at this cafe,
Yeah.
and it
Is
was
that the androgynous one?
no, it was called "Love Me for Who I Am" is what it was called.
Oh, okay, okay.
And it was about this boy who wanted to be a girl, and he was like pansexual, I think it was,
Yeah,
and he didn't feel like he was like had a place to call his own, and he found this cafe where the whole like they have like the gimmicks within like
yeah,
the cafes and stuff. This one was it was the boys who dressed up as girls, but the whole thing was they didn't the clients I think didn't know if they were men or women,
yeah,
and you had ones where like yeah like they were like gay men who wanted to dress like women, and there were ones who were straight and they just liked wearing women's clothing. So it
yeah,
was like
yeah.
and it was interesting. It was a very interesting read. I kind of wish I still had it because I ended up selling it off when I did like my big whole manga purge, and like it was definitely a really well done manga in my opinion. That was something that was like not anywhere in my wheelhouse when I personally did like manga content on YouTube. And it was one that like I purposefully stepped out of my comfort zone to go read something because it just kind of sounded interesting. And
Yeah.
I ended up like collecting in the whole series. I ended up enjoying the whole series. Like it was
Which didn't we both read my brother not my brother's husband?
no, I've never read My Brother's Husband.
Oh.
Sad to say, I've
That
never actually read it.
that's definitely one that you need to read
Oh, I know.
because you'll be like,
Keep
I feel
keep
so seen.
keep rolling. I'm gonna turn on my light. It's getting dark over here.
Okay. Um Hey guys. So I guess we're gonna do some light ASMR. Who knew things about Otaku Mike? That you didn't know. Do you want to ask any questions? I'll answer them. Maybe Otaku Mike doesn't know about. I'll tell
What?
you.
What you?
I guess you'll just have to wait and see what
Oh,
happened.
oh man, oh
What you
man.
review?
Oh, what am I going to review?
Can't tell you. It's a secret
Oh,
between me and the audience.
oh, now I'm going to go back and watch this whole thing for 40 minutes to see.
You're welcome.
Anyways, what else you got?
Hot take. I feel like doing too much evergreen content is bad.
What do you mean?
I feel like if you're only doing like manga unboxings and you're not an unboxing channel and you throw yourself in the ring of being a anime or manga related channel, that you're lying to yourself on a lot of things.
How so?
Well, just because you're not really making content, you're opening a box, which I'm not going to say that doesn't have its place, but I just also don't think that you could really consider yourself to be in that if you have almost like no knowledge of that stuff.
Have you seen content creators do that before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do that or like haul videos and stuff, and that's it. Like they don't talk about manga, they don't do anything else regarding manga.
Oh, being like review manga or stuff like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. Review or anything,
I don't know. I mean, there's some that I feel like are knowledgeable and they only do hauls. And there's a couple that I watch that do them. Like I think like the manga sloth is very knowledgeable, and manga sloth never like does like review videos for his, and he does like hauls and like manga unboxings and stuff for his channel.
I
Like,
mean, I've seen him do reviews though.
has he?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember if he's actually done.
Maybe the reviews are on Instagram.
Maybe they are on Instagram. Um, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like different strokes for different folks on that, honestly. I do
Yeah.
feel like you have to be prepared and know what you're talking about when you're doing like unboxing, because I feel like people like want to know a little bit about the show or book that you're unboxing.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. One thing that I actually really hate, and I don't know if it's like fully gone away, but I really hate like the big, huge haul videos, like the ones that are
Yeah.
like, I want to say like they're clickbait to be clickbait, which I mean,
They're not exactly haul videos. They're more of like I bought a collection.
I bought a collection type of thing. Which I mean, you get that in like comic book YouTube as well,
Yeah.
which sometimes those are fun to go through, but sometimes I don't really care. But like, I don't want to say it's like, I feel like if you have like a really, really back on this one, did we just glitch out
You glitched out a little bit.
on here? Oh, did I glitch out on it? Okay. I feel
Yeah.
it's kind of the pot calling the kettle black on here in this situation because I have like decent sized comic hauls, but that's one thing I always never really liked was like the giant, massive like comic book hauls. Like, look at all this money I spent,
Yeah.
on the manga, and I'm like, where are you gonna put all that manga / have the time to read it? Because like, I mean, I get like almost like 30 books a month, and like I have a little like stack of manga that like are comics that I have to read each month.
Yeah. Well, this
So
sounds
like,
like that old conversation that a lot of people would bring up is that I mean when we've talked about this a few times on
are you gonna
YouTube
say
before.
manga hauls are toxic? Is that what you're about to say?
No, that's all I'm gonna say. Um about where like we had the content creators of if you were really a manga lover when you bought like
Oh yeah.
you got like 500 in like a week, and it was like, are you really going to read those or did you just buy it for a backdrop?
I feel like some people might buy it for a backdrop. Just saying. I mean, sometimes I got when I was doing manga content, like, yeah, I would buy stuff like that I really wanted, but there were times where I would be like, I think I might buy these couple extra just to like beef up my like manga haul a little bit,
Yeah.
you know,
You must feel like
because I remember one time I even titled this, like, I remember titling it, I was like, mini manga haul is what I
yeah.
titled it. And I had like 3 books. And somebody was like, 3 books, that's not a manga haul. You have to have more than 3 books to have a manga haul. And I was like, what the fuck? Are you the manga haul police? Like, what the fuck do you want?
Yeah. I mean, I almost feel like in that sense, you're kind of like Dudley from Harry Potter, where it's like, hey, last year I got 11 presents, and this year you got to have. I'm supposed to have 12
But
presents.
I
Okay.
also have to say this is more of a personal preference for me when it
Yeah.
comes to big, like, grandiose manga hauls. So I mean, I don't like, for anybody else. It can be different. Uh, you used to buy 6 to 7 manga when you were younger and ahead of time. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I
we'll
totally.
put this up on the screen, see if we can get it.
Yeah. Thanks, Joe. That's actually pretty good. I think that's really a good thing to touch on. There's a
Yeah.
lot of different things that I feel like a lot of
Like,
people don't know.
oh,
Um, like
what about what? You glitched out a little bit.
you glitched out a little bit too. Um,
I know, but we're having a little connection
yeah.
issues. Just saying.
Like for me, like at Books a Million, when they would give you actually like coupons
Yeah.
back almost every
Or
weekend,
like,
I would buy 3 manga every weekend because I knew I could use the coupon that was for the week. If I got 2 and it was over $20, I could get a third one free.
yeah, I love like the buy one get one free, or buy 2 get one free at Barnes and Noble. People would do, like, oh,
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
stock up on the manga. It's buy 2 get one free.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I
That's just
mean,
the first.
that's kind of what you had to do back in the day when you were younger. I mean, that was about my allowance. I got $20 a week, so I always
Yeah,
waited and was like, "All right, when are we going to the
yeah,
bookstore,
yeah.
Mom?"
I mean, as an adult I have a budget that I have to stick to every week when I go out and buy my comics.
Yeah,
Um, I have the pool list and I have the budget. Like this week, I went over my budget. My budget was originally like $25, I think it was, before tax. I spent $65. So
you
I
sound
broke
like
my.
you sound like the little meme of going to like a con where it's like, "Hey, we're going to this con. How much are you spending?"
Yeah, yeah, I know. I remember when I was doing like manga content, like I had like a decent chunk, and like I would buy, I would set my amount because I would have my first paycheck of the month and then second paycheck of the month, and I would like split it. Like, okay, I paid my bills. This is how much money I got left, and like it got quite a bit. Like I was buying stuff that I feel like I didn't really like, to be
Yeah,
honest, and I was just buying it for having a big collection and stuff. See, I think at my highest, I think I had over like 600 volumes of manga, and now
yeah,
I think I'm down to like maybe 200, if that.
yeah.
I think so like I don't buy a lot. Like I think I only read like
We won't talk about that because I got rid of like one little part of one, and that was about it.
like yeah. So like it is what it is. Yeah. I feel like we could get rid of giant manga halls. I feel like we
Yeah,
need to go the like average size normal manga halls, which
yeah.
are 6 to 7 books.
Unless you
You know?
knew something, I would say unless you knew something was going on.
Yeah, yeah. Unless you knew something was going on,
Um,
you know what
like
I
like,
Go ahead, sir.
like when Right Stuff had the big sales, like at Christmas time.
That was good. That was gonna
There
be
you
my.
go. There you go. Hot take. Right
That was
Stuff
gonna
never
be.
should have went away.
Right Stuff should have never went away. Just saying. When Right Stuff went away, I was like, I am no longer purchasing stuff from uh I'm not gonna purchase stuff from the Crunchyroll store because I felt like it changed like the whole dynamic of like buying stuff on
Yeah.
like through them to be honest. And like they got rid of like a lot of their like Nozomi stuff, which I really liked. Like you can't get any of like the Gundam anymore. Like a lot of the Gundam Blu-rays and stuff are gone.
Yeah.
Or out of print. Dirty Pair has yet to be released. Irresponsible Captain Tyler, you can't buy anymore. I can't get like El Hazard, the rest of El Hazard because I
How
want it on Blu-ray.
how long
You
has Right Stuff been gone?
I think like 2 years, maybe
I feel
maybe a
like
year
it's
and a
been long.
half.
I feel like it's been longer than that.
I don't remember. I want to say at least maybe 2 years, maybe. I want to say.
Hold on, you keep talking. I'm gonna look this up real quick.
And so like, yeah, like I liked a lot of the anime that Bright Stuff would like publish and stuff, and like they got like the Macross license, and like I don't think they've really done anything with the Macross license to release it over here. I think they just released Macross Plus in like that big giant like set, but like ever since like they sold off the like Crunchyroll, like it's just me personally, I feel like it hasn't been the same. Even like yeah, I just feel like it hasn't been the same. Like, and um, their customer service has gone down, and I feel like their willingness to like, um, you know, uh, collaborate with like different content creators has gone down significantly ever since that happened.
So
You know,
I guess you were right. So it says on here, well, and it might not have been updated.
uh huh.
About a year and a half.
Okay, yeah. So I remember we talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
We said Right Stuff sold its soul to Crunchyroll. That's what the name of the episode was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, like I loved Right Stuff. I thought they were amazing. Bonjour. How's it going? It's good to see you.
Yeah.
Welcome to the podcast.
I really think that in that you could view it as kind of like a Death Note situation
Yeah.
because like the bad guy won, I would say. I
Yeah.
mean, if we all think about it, like how Crunchyroll got his stuff, it was pirating manga, and then they basically
Yeah.
got a slap on the wrist. Went
Yeah.
from there, and now they've done all this other stuff and like bought manga or Right Stuff, and they've done part of the other things and streamed and
Yeah.
all that. I mean, it's just a
Fun,
lot.
Funimation going away. It's another big one too, I feel like.
Yeah, that's true.
Funimation was a big hit. Um, a big hit that I was like, ugh.
Yeah. I really think and don't quote me on this. I really think that probably a lot of things with Crunchyroll is based on dumb luck and that a lot of the other people were like, "Oh, hey, they knew stuff was coming up like, either the tariffs or something like that." Not per se that, but something could happen and they were
Yeah.
kind of scared off of, "Well, I don't want to deal with that stuff anymore."
Yeah.
And so instead of doing that, they were like, "Well, I'll sell it to somebody." And the dumb luck was, "Hey, that somebody is Crunchyroll because they're going to try and stay in the game."
Yeah, I mean there are other places to like buy anime and manga now. Like I've used like I don't buy a lot of anime. Yeah, sad to say when Funimation ended. Yeah, I agree with
Yeah.
you right there. Yeah. Like I don't buy a lot of anime because like I need a whole nother shelf just to like house my anime collection that I have.
Yeah.
I have filled it up to capacity. But like you can go to like Rob's Anime Corner or like get stuff off of Amazon, like Crunchyroll, or was it Buy Anime? .com, I think it was, or I think it might have been called. Where you can get like anime and manga. Like there are other places to buy stuff than just the Crunchyroll store. Because I feel like for the longest time, like that was like the be all end all was Right Stuff. Like everybody recommended Right Stuff to everybody. Like it was like a symbiotic relationship within like the YouTube community. I feel like, in a sense, I have to say.
Yeah, yeah.
You got any more?
Any more hot takes?
Yeah, or do you want to wrap it up?
Yeah. Well, I got one more hot take.
Okay, okay,
Now it's more of like a social media hot take though.
okay.
I really hate when everybody jumps on the bandwagon of like one topic.
Oh yeah, and that went around a lot, and like
And it still does.
it still goes on. It still goes on. Like in the anime manga YouTube scene, like, oh, I hated that. And I
Yeah,
know we
yeah.
were a part of it a little bit, but like I hated
Some of
that.
us created it, okay?
Some of us created it. Well, I don't know who did that.
Man,
Just saying. You know.
I don't
No.
know. I don't
I,
know. Quality versus quantity in manga. I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
I don't know who brought up that discussion.
Oh yeah, talk about opening a can of worms right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like when that happens, people are so starved for content or hey, like a very much a creative um wall in a
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Like you hit creator's block, I feel like. And then like everybody jumps onto it. Everybody still jumps onto it. Like I see that a
Yeah.
lot in like the comic book community sometimes when
Yeah.
people have like a hot take or something and they'll talk about it and then other people will jump on it and comment about it so feed off each other in
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
sense, you know?
See, and I don't think I'd have problems with that if it was all basically left up to TikTok or something like that. Somewhere
Yeah.
where it's a smaller platform than making an hour-long video on this topic and then everybody trying to expect, hey, there's 50 of us that made a video just like this that are the same, and I think you should go watch all of it for
Yeah.
all
No,
50.
most
Um,
definitely. Yeah.
I don't want to watch 2 days of content and not sleep or anything else and try and do that because sad to say, I have other people that I like to watch that are going to put content out the next day or 2 days after that or something. So,
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of them I don't make content anymore that I watch or I did
yeah.
watch.
Well,
So
and I just think one of the smarter things, and I think really is it's better for like things on Instagram where it's whatever your niche is and things like that. And they say, hey, we'll do this or kind of do that. It gives you kind of like an outline of your topic. And I think a lot of that would have been better if every time one of those things hit, somebody else went against the grain and did their own topic and then actually wrote down those topics and
yeah.
came back to them like a month, 2 months later when
Yeah.
nobody else is talking about them.
So they mentioned the Crunchyroll Awards definitely felt like the wagon was heavier this year. And I have never actually watched a Crunchyroll award ceremony.
I haven't
That's what
either.
that's where I kind of feel out of the loop, maybe. Um,
Besides this YouTube one that you're doing and another one that is a D&D based one, I have no other the Crit Awards, that's what that one's called. What's the YouTube one called?
Comic Book Community Awards.
Okay. Besides those two, like I have no irk of doing anything for any of the other ones just
Yeah.
because I'm not in any of those communities and I mean most of that stuff just seems like it's going to be a shit show geared towards kissing ass.
Most of it just seems like, hey, this is the popular stuff, and we're just gonna like nominate the popular stuff.
We're going to tell you, circling back around to the front, we're going to tell you how good Death Note is and how you should watch it and read it the first time of your life.
I'm looking at Death Note right now. It's on. I can
So,
see it on my collection right now. Like that's like
it's staring back at you like
it's like
L's face. Light's looking at you like, hey, buddy, are you talking about me?
Are you talking about me? Yeah, I'm
Oh,
talking
man,
about you, Death Note.
Light giving you like the Macho Man Randy Savage, like,
ooh yeah,
you talking about me?
The cream rises to the crop or the top. I
So,
think it is. Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you for sticking with us with this live stream. We will be back towards the end of this month to bring up a new topic. But when you're waiting for that, go
We'll
check
talk about
out
shit.
go check out our I don't know what floating apple is.
All of our links.
Oh, that floating apple. Watch out for the floating apple. Yeah, watch that.
Okay.
Watch out for that apple. It was a Death Note reference I forgot about. Go check out our podcasts and our videos that we put out. We're doing Lazarus right now, as we're doing a week by week episode of Lazarus reviews. Go check out our old episodes and check out our Instagram as well as our other stuff. You can check me out at Otaku Mike on YouTube, or the Otaku Mike on YouTube. And where can I catch you, Jin?
You can catch me at Jin Graves Infinite Library on Instagram, or a little bit of my old content on Jin Graves on YouTube. And you can also find me on this little cute box right here. That is Bard's Tavern on Instagram. But as always, we'll see you next Tuesday. We got a lot of great shit.
I guess we do.